Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is the Yukitsu Times, welcome to my channel, welcome to my dramatically and erratically changing FPS counter that you cannot actually see there, but that's kind of disconcerting. Anyway, we've got ourselves some Ishin Shishin here and a nice army that I could potentially steal so I could keep up a little momentum, it's just that these are such crap armies. Well, I mean, we've also got a geisha in the way, so that's not helping anything. Alright, they've got their daimyo in there, so I cannot persuade those guys. I could always go and assassinate him, but apparently I don't have enough movement. Well, you know what? It's such a crappy army, I don't really care. Anyway, we've skipped forward just a tiny bit. We're now besieging Hitachi. I'm considering just holding out here. I feel like I kind of want to do more fieldy battles, but there's also the fact that this army is actually going to be a little bit difficult to dislodge just because they've got a lot of Yarikachi. So I'm in no rush necessarily to deal with that army in a brutal and quick fashion, so we're going to go ahead and skip down here. Going to start moving this army over to our rail station, and this group actually can make it there this turn. Don't have enough movement left, do they? Can they make it to here? Chugga 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 chugga. Yeah, they could only make it to there. The trains don't actually give you unlimited movement along the line, so, you know, there is that. Alright, let's get these guys over to there. Suo, how are you guys doing? Feeling good? Alright. We can upgrade this to a financial district, and we can upgrade this to a railway station. Not that that railway station really matters that much, but that should be okay. Alright, and let's get ourselves this ship. Doesn't actually really matter what the hell I'm doing with this ship, does it? Just tack it into that fleet over there so that it's a little bit stronger. We've moved our other fleet back over towards our capital of Satsuma. We've got troops taking the rail lines up, so that's good. But we'll grab up these guys and we'll send them by a boat back up to the action. Alright, and it looks like I need to actually build a few garrison troops there. Just cheap garrison troops would be fine though, so we'll go ahead and build a couple of them. Oops. What the hell army is that actually? Alright, well, either way, we'll start getting these Black Bear infantry up over towards here. And let's go ahead back to our capital and start getting them some just crappy levy. Alright, where's our crappy levy? There they are. There we go. And they'll just stay there as a permanent garrison, essentially. And yeah, that's going to be us moving all our crap over to the front lines, which is a good thing. We started upgrading this to a city, and the nice thing about cities is that they increase our tax rate of this place. So if we look here, it's got a plus 4% bonus to the tax rate. That's ultimately why I'm doing that, but I'm also doing that because this city only has a factory. It doesn't have an inn yet, which is kind of crazy when you consider that it has an income of 9,311 per turn and is earning me 2,725 per turn by itself. So, you know, that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and get a factory over here as well. And make sure that they're going to still be happy. Yeah, that should be okay. Alright, perfect. Yeah, I think that's about all I really want to be doing right now, except maybe upgrading some of my armies here with a few more crap troops. Just because I do want to have the ability to defend these places while moving forward with my better troops and my better armies. So this place can actually recruit the better troops. Do I need very many better troops? I really would like a replacement for those Kisho Ninja just because they were so good for me, but the thing is I'm so modernized now that these troops are very expensive. Alright, let's ignore that for now. One of the other nice things is that my castles there are so high level because my opponents were upgrading them all to the point where it was harder to take them that I just can sit back and not worry too much about having to defend myself all that strenuously, which is nice. A lot of Shogunate supporters there, though. Do want to sort of start reducing that. If you look at our position on the map, it looks like we're really strung out. It's kind of awful, but besides that, I also need to keep trying to sabotage my allies so that I can take their territory. It's awful. Dear AI, please build train stations. Alright, well either way, we want to try and get Suruga to rebel. And I need to also keep building up my armies just in case I piss off those guys so much that they attack me. Because they might. Alright, a geisha has decided to do something. Another agent looks like they attacked those guys for some reason. Okay. Alright, enemy shinobi detected. And it's winter. Crap. Right. That's not actually an enemy one, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's winter now, so there's going to be some attrition. He's sending in an additional army. This might encourage them... Oh, wow, they burned down everything or something? What the hell's going on over in Hitachi? There's nothing in it. Like, they literally must have torn something down. Is this a scorched earth bullshit? Ah, great. Well, that's interesting. Where were we trying to sabotage our allies? That was the question I needed to ask myself. Over here. If it weren't for these guys here, I could possibly do it pretty easily, but let's just do it anyway. Assignment failed anyhow. Okay, that's fine. Why'd our income drop so much? Oh, because we lost we lost the Endeavors thing that was doubling our income. Or not doubling, but increasing it by 50%. And with all the costs we're accruing, that's actually really hammering our income. So let's go ahead and focus on that just a tiny bit, because apparently that was worth a lot more than I thought it was. I thought it was just double. Okay. Well, commercial farms are not great, so we're not going to work on those, I don't think. Yeah, I've got nothing with like basic upgrades that really need to get made. Yeah, Hyuga makes definitely no sense to make farms. Well, I could upgrade our craft workshop here to a factory. I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so... I think part of this has to do as well, because we just have, like, ridiculously large amounts of armies right now. Alright, you guys, get to that train station. Let's get you guys working up your way towards the train station. Where'd that boat go? There it is. It is nice that it is actually possible for these units to potentially make it to somewhere in time. Because if I was playing normal, there's no way they'd get anywhere close to in time. Chugga, 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 chugga. Alright, we've gotten this far. Do we have any movement left? Pretty sure that's as far as we can go. Can we get to here, maybe? Oh no, we got enough. Okay. So look how far this cannon has gone, and cannons are notoriously slow. Can I make it to Tomi? I can make it to Tomi, and then it's just over here that is going to be a tremendous issue because jerks won't build a train line. Are they actually working on it yet? No, they're still not working on it. God. I think the reason that they're not is because they'll only do it if they've got an adjacent train line that makes it worth building for them. That's my sneaking suspicion. I might be wrong, though. Alright, I can move some units away from here. These guys are crap, but they'll have to do. There we go. Look at the number of armies I've got in the field here. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, 3 more turns until I've got Charter Oath. That'll dramatically increase our profitability. And that's the Roanoke. Or, no, it's the Warrior, sorry, I'm using the British. Chugging its way along. I should actually build some British Marines just to show them off, were enough the fact that they pretty much are similar to Imperial Infantry. Like, their stats are a little bit better, but they're not much better. Well, they are actually a lot better. I forgot, they've got 150 range. So that's something. They've basically got, like, the same stats as Riflemen in terms of range. Or is that just multiplayer? Maybe. What the hell happened on Goto Island? Are they not Imperial? They might not be. Oh, shoot. Well, whatever. So Kashima, moving their armies around. I don't know where they're going. I don't know where those guys are going either. Hopefully they're not going to betray us and start stabbing at our cities. I don't think I could stop that army. Alright, Musashi's being attacked. Fantastic. Look at how bad that army is that they're attacking us with. Okay, let's go ahead. Best rewards without respect to customary practice. Bestow rewards without respect to customary practice. So basically just give people stuff at random, you know. Publish orders without respect to precedent, so just do random stuff, you know. Thus you may employ the entire army as you would one man, because you'll only have one man left in your army after being so insane. Yeah. I actually like Sun Tzu. I've read it, but I've started growing a lesser appreciation over the years, because it is written as some sort of very esoteric thing that is not necessarily that helpful as direct advice. It's like, if you had the book, it's like, what should I do? It just says some sort of very esoteric thing, and you're like, okay, but what do I actually do? I understand, you know, like, understand my enemy, so, you know, maybe I could go talk to him or something? I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, it's not always actually practical to say, it's like, oh yeah, you should know your enemy. It's like, well, I'm fighting him in like 2 hours. You know, I'm not sure exactly what you're trying to tell me to do here, because there's not a lot I can do to understand him, you know, in the next 2 hours. Alright, so let's get a unit down here as well. The problem with these larger castles is that it actually is quite difficult to pay attention to where the attacks are coming from at the start, just because there's so much space that you have to pay attention to. I should actually use my mini-map just a little more for those parts, but I do lose the mini-map, so I don't get to understand where my units are for very long. Alright, that should no, that's not actually that useful. Let's get them up here. Okay, now where are they coming in from? A lot from the front. Anything on this flank? Yeah, there's a force on this flank. Force over there. Okay, and I don't think that there's anything at all over on this side, so you two units, let's get you back over to here. And I don't know if we'll actually need this unit, but it's got a pretty good arc of fire, actually. I'll probably clip these guys. Alright, so it is going to be around here, and I wish I had another unit that could pop over there, but well, it's a bit late for this, but hopefully they'll make it a bit in time. Yeah, I should have actually had them up here in the first place, but it's not actually that bad. The thing is, I kind of want to move these guys around to this other side here, but the problem is that they are going to be actually important for firing at these guys, so it's not actually that good. I don't want to move those guys yet. Let's move some of these guys down to here. Alright. Oh, I made it to the wall in time. Not going to lose many shots. Alright, let's get all of our units on guard position, because I do prefer that. Perfect. Okay, we made that with plenty of time. Alright, we should be opening fire up here pretty shortly. And these levy infantry probably aren't going to make the wall. This one probably will. Yeah, they're taking some pretty bad losses already. Oh, are these guys firing at us? Yeah, they've decided to stand and fire against this unit here. I don't particularly care to lose this unit, so I'm going to pull it back now that it's getting shot at. Alright, we'll move like this. These guys actually haven't shot yet, but let's move these spearmen down here. Move these guys up to here. And the reason that we're pulling these guys back off the wall here is because I do assume that my opponent is going to move this unit of spears up there quite quickly. Yes, they did. Oh, that is a great position. Oh, good. Alright, they've rushed the walls here with those guys, so we're going to pull back with these ones. Going to move these guys back even further. These guys are going to hit the walls over here. We can move these guys over to here like this. Move these guys down here. They're getting in a bit of a slugging match over here. I don't particularly care to be in this, but this unit is pretty much gone, so I might wait till they shatter. Not sure if those guys are taking counterfire, but they are right under the tower. Might as well keep them pinned there. Alright. So they will take this tower. There's not a whole lot I plan to do to stop that, but they're definitely not finding themselves in a great position there. A lot of enfilading fire, fire from above, fire from every which way. Unfortunately, these guys are starting to waver. That's kind of surprising to me. These levies are kind of in trouble. I think they must have broken from friendly fire partly. Let's move these guys down here. Fortunately, they're heading back towards my base, so they should actually be okay. Alright, let's move these units back, since we've gotten rid of that one unit. A little stretch like that. This unit actually is pretty much useless here. Should have moved it earlier. Alright. That's going pretty well. Those spears will rally up pretty soon. Oh, and these guys would decide to run in through this way. This is a murder spot. Like, I don't know why anyone would move a unit this way. Look at that crossfire. Yeah, they're pretty much goners. That's the elite unit too. They've got the highest veterancy. All right. I don't know if there's much point to me still sticking around by this spot here, but let's go ahead and capture some of these towers. Recapture, rather. Yeah, those guys are definitely in a bad spot. I think the ones that were climbing up the sides there could actually be attacked from... Oh, no, they weren't getting... Well, maybe they were getting shot at. Yeah, battle is mine. Causing a lot of friendly fire in this game. It's the one thing I'm probably not managing the best, but whatever. Start firing, assholes. There's these guys like right here. Could fire at these guys like right here, guys. Well, whatever. I'm in hold position. It's not like it really matters. Alright, and they're running now anyway. Oh yeah, look at these guys climbing up this wall. This is the worst wall to climb. Completely in enfilade. Just getting picked off the wall by sharpshooters from this wall over here. If it weren't for the fact that they have such crappy aim, that would actually be a bad thing. Alright. Yeah, they're broken now. Wall's just getting raked and bodies are just falling off the wall. Bad choices, man. Yeah, these guys have started running too. Oh, one of my units is running. Interesting. Oh yeah, the one off this wall eventually ran. But that's fine. Alright, I think that's everything. Oh no, they've still got General Hatamoto that wants to come in. Who's this guy fighting? How did something get up there? What's, Oh, crap. Still my arrow tower. When did they get a... I guess there was a unit around this side. It's a good thing I had so many guys around here. Yeah, they just had a unit... what are these? Looks like the Yaris came up that side. Or something. I don't know. I don't even know what that unit is. It might just be Levy. Alright. Hopefully these attacks will just sort of start deflecting towards one of my allies, because it is getting to that point where I really hope my allies get put down a little bit, get knocked down a peg, because they are too strong, and I do need to actually conquer all the territory to win the game, as it were, since I'm on domination. We're well on our way to winning it, regardless, but I mean, you know. Alright, there's another daimyo dead. Fit for command. We got the cash for that. I don't really need more generals right now. I've finally gotten to that point where I'm actually pretty stable as far as generals go. That got past my fleets. I was not paying attention. Oh, and they're sallying forth. Fantastic. Okay, this is going to be something that we haven't seen in a little while. A field battle. I do like the field battles. It's just that why would anyone ever like face a superior force in an open field? That doesn't make any sense. If they've got like a bigger army than you, you retreat into your castle. That's sort of how things work. So that's why you tend to see a lot of sieges in this game, because the AI is at least smart enough to know that much. They will retreat inferior forces into a castle against superior forces. So, you know, the most basic of the basics of strategy, the AI is totally willing to follow through with. And similarly, it's just like, if you've got about equivalent armies even, it's a little bit risky. You don't necessarily move out of your castle if you're already in it. If you've got approximately equal forces, because you're risking losing a pretty major force to your opponent's pretty major force unless you're taking a risk. Usually you want to only attack your opponent if you've got a decisive advantage, and field battles typically don't happen that way. Anyway, it is kind of nice that castles are kind of de-emphasized in Rome to a certain extent, because you can build field fortifications, but that one still feels like a siege. And you still do end up just fighting tons and tons of sieges in that. Anyway, stretch our lines out like that. We'll just have them along the flank of our cannons, and we will prepare these guys on the other side of this hill here. And our general can go back here. So the reason that we've got our melee troops around this hill over here is so that they can sort of swing around. Actually, I should move this one unit of guys over that way. Yeah, so if they try to come up this hill, of course, they'll be able to countercharge them on that flat bit, and that should be fine. Okay, the Yarikachi is a great target to hit. Their cavalry is also great to hit. Yeah, if I could hit their cavalry, that would be fantastic. Let's go ahead and put all these guys in guard mode, just because that's a good idea. Just in case he charges with his cavalry, I'm going to have my general active and ready to move out just in case I need to shoot at some cavalry. It's one of those interesting things about this game is that the general is actually really good at just behind the lines to pick off any cavalry. Let's attack these guys a little bit. Nice. Pretty good hits. Armstrong gun would obviously better. Aiming to this side would actually also be a bit better. Would like to start hitting these Yariki as well, but they're a little bit too far. Good hits there. We will probably just get some of these Yariki actually, just because they're kind of in the splash radius, the scatter radius of these guns. Alright, let's go ahead and activate this shrapnel shot. It's likely to kill a lot of this cav. Oop, no, he's rushing forward. I'm aiming at the wrong unit, I suspect. Or something. Yeah, that's definitely not the target I was aiming at there. Guys, good job. Oh well, pretty good shots anyway. Yeah, the shrapnel is a little bit more hit or miss. Sometimes you get really good shrapnel shots and it kills a whole ton of infantry, but sometimes you don't. Alright, they're moving out with that cavalry. That's fine. I'm going to push these levies this way a little bit. Oh, wow. A little bit more this way. Yeah, that should be fine. Alright. Okay, that unit is basically gone, and the unit I'm actually aiming at is still pretty okay, but let's start swinging around our shots to the levy garrison. Yarikachi over here would potentially get a little bit of damage done to him. Where the hell did their cavalry go? That's the disconcerting thing. Oh, they're right over there. I'll never understand the way the cavalry charges in this game with the AI. That was actually a really good charge there. This one wasn't, but the other one was. Alright, let's get our general over this way and have him start shooting at these guys. It's just levy. Let's get some katanas over there. I want one of my units to be free, so I'm trying to move that around those blockers there. We're just going to sweep our army across the field here. Let's get our artillery aiming at his general. Actually, no, we'll aim at these matchlock catcher that are back here. Alright, let's get these guys inspired. Yarikachi are going to be a little bit tougher to break than the other guys, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and get behind the spear levy garrison. Alright, that crushed them easily enough. Let's get these matchlock catchy off the field here. Well, that worked. Reacted a little bit too slowly to that weird cavalry charge, but that's fine. Ended up being pretty okay for us, honestly. And we should have beaten enough that we did take the castle, I think. And I don't have to worry as much about counterattacks, just because the Tanakachi are, of course, one of the best units to defend a castle with. Shogutai are obviously a little... Well, actually, I don't know about that. Nice thing about the Tanakachi is that they're a little bit better at those long ground-out fights because of that armor of theirs. The Shogutai are great if you need to blitz a castle wall, because you can sort of start tearing down units really, really quickly so that you don't get as exhausted. But when you're fighting with the Tanakachi on the walls, they can sort of take unit after unit after unit a little bit better with that armor of theirs. Alright. Well, they've got 19 men remaining. I hope that doesn't count. Looks like it does. Gonna be here for another turn. Oh well. Let's assault the castle. Definitely does not make sense to not assault that castle. Alright, foreign veteran increases in rank. Someone's actually raiding our stuff again. Huh, been a while since that happened. Alright, you... Meat extract is probably better, they're both kind of crap. Right. So it's literally 19 Yariki. What kind of... It's a stronghold with 19 Yariki defending it. Alright. I don't want to auto-resolve it just because I know that my cannons will blow a hole through the wall. In the case where I really don't need my cannons to blow a hole through the wall for me to take this place. Like, that would just be entirely superfluous. So yeah, we're just going to run our units up and that should be it. Because we've got some spears and that's, you know. We'll take a few more casualties from those towers, but that's not really a big deal either. This is the first time I'm just going to literally be running my troops up the walls because there's nothing else really to do here. Yeah, imagine if I somehow lost this, that would be the greatest thing ever. Come on. It's not large armies here. Alright, start deployment. And, yeah, you'd think that this river crossing sort of thing would be a little bit more strenuous on the troops in winter, but it's really not. I think over from this side is its most vulnerable point of advance, so we'll go ahead and set up our army over here. Let's go get our general back here, and let's just advance. Don't even really care about our cannons, because they can't really contribute here. Alright, so he's gonna like walk out with his cavalry and kill my cannons or something probably, but I don't think I've ever actually seen the AI do that recently, so. Alright, let's get our guys running. Oh no, there's his cav. Getting ready to sit on the walls here. What a bunch of jerks. Alright, let's get these guys up here. See if we can hit the cav a little bit. Nope, okay, he's run off. We'll go from this angle and this one. And we'll start walking just so I've got the stamina. Alright, let's go ahead and put this back to normal speed. One of the nice things is like these arrow towers don't actually deal that much damage to my 3 upgrade armor spears, so like these guys have a lot of armor. So it's probably okay for them to get hit by a lot of arrows. That's why I'm sending them up there first, tanking that. Actually, let's attack this section wall with these guys. Alright. Still losing a couple guys as well to fall damage, but you know, it happens. I don't think this is as steep a wall. You'd think that some people could survive that. Alright, now we're engaged in combat with the spears versus cavalry. This charge was pretty okay, but not great. You can see a bunch of my guys getting back up there. And now those guys are getting poked and prodded to death by the many, many spears of my men. Yep. Not a lot of hope for him, was there? It's a very sad thing that happened there. It's very tragic. Yeah, I would have just surrendered after the first defeat if I were them, but whatever. The AI wants to do it that way, and the AI can do it that way, and I'll just suffer a little bit more attrition. Especially from winter, but it's not too bad. I might want to actually build a ferry thing at our last train station that'll shuffle my units forward, further, faster. I think the train is still faster than boats. I'm not 100% sure about that. I believe they are, though. Close that up. Let's go ahead and peacefully occupy. And yet again, we own more provinces. Okay, so we want to get a cottage industry at the very least. And what is this here? Copper, so it's for modern units. I would not actually mind more modern units here. We'll upgrade that, we'll upgrade this. This is fertile soil. Oh, wow. Let's get this then. Alright, can't really do much about that. Should start actually fighting these navies here. Have I got another navy that I could send up as support? Because that's a lot of coastline that we've got undefended. Alright, let's sweep these guys away from us as best as possible. Or directly towards us, either way, you know, that's also good. I'm just hoping that they don't just blow up too many of my buildings. Alright, let's jump to this one. These guys will run and they'll get away. Actually, they already fled. You'd think that should count. It did count, okay. Because I remember this one actually fled from another enemy attack. Or another allied attack. Alright, let's move these guys back to port. We don't have enough money to fix them up right now, but that's fine. Ooh, sweet. Alright. Alright, highly damaged ship and 114 gunner. I can probably auto-resolve this relatively safely. Yeah, it looks like that was okay. Captured another unit as well. Two of our boats now, though, are pretty badly depleted. We finally got a relatively safe trade lane to the United States, which is nice. Okay, we'll repair those boats next turn. We can't really do a whole lot about them this turn. Because of that, we'll probably get bombarded or blockaded with those guys, but that's fine. That's a really cheap port. Alright, fantastic. Just going to have to continue our charge through everywhere. Okay. This was the other place that I needed to make sure was actually... Or no, this isn't. Where was the clay kiln? Oh, that's Shimosa. Right, okay. This is actually being upgraded. Okay. Yeah, because the pottery's fully upgraded actually is really, really strong with that minus 5% to cost of all buildings everywhere. Oh, crap. I don't have enough money to sabotage Suruga right now, and this is the perfect time to do it. You know what? I'm going to cancel one of the buildings in Hitachi. I don't really need the cottage industry right now. Actually, I don't need the cadet school right now. I'll get the cottage industry. Okay, there we go. And then... Okay. Successful revolt. Hopefully that place will actually get taken. Okay, you're going to have to become a better agent provocateur. Oppression and assassination. We'll go with assassination for him. Okay. He's failed a lot, so I guess I'll give him Persuader. Where is the... I think I'm still actually on the right track, though. Oh, no, it's all the way over here. Shoot. There we go. Better instigating revolts now. There we go. And we've got a whole ton of Ishin Shishi loitering around over here. We'll just put one over in Hitachi so that he's going ahead and converting this over to Imperial rule. We are dropping still because we've got that Shinsengumi over here. Alright. Now then, we'll move these guys up since I don't take attrition in allied territory anyway. There we go. And hopefully the rebels will take Suruga. That's what I'm really hoping for this turn. Okay, let's go ahead and hit end turn. We're making actually quite a bit more money now. Our profits seem to have increased a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that, but my stomach is just going crazy here. I need to eat lunch. How far can we get here? Chugga, 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 chugga. Guess that's as far as they could get. Goto Island is holding strong against the Saga. A little bit surprising given how late into the game this is. Saga actually don't have very much territory though, so I guess that's not surprising. Alright, and I was thinking of building a boat further up that could ferry my troops the last little bit to the front, but I might not have to. Of course, it would still probably be a good idea, just because I've got this situation where the train won't be finished even if I successfully take that province, but, you know, eh. Such is life. Is that guy just there to start burning down all my stuff? I suspect he is. Damn it. Alright, so he pulled a strong garrison in Suruga. That is a pretty large rebel stack, but it is going to just be all... Tolerance towards Western learning has led to a breakthrough in military engineering. Okay. So that was a decision I made like ages ago, but that's fine. Okay. Sometimes the consequences of your choices are not obvious. Right, so... They do have the military means to defeat this... This is a little bit better revolt, though. They don't have the best garrison troops here. Okay, well, maybe they'll take to the field and actually lose to that rebel army. There is the possibility now, but it's still not great odds. I'm definitely not going to bank on it. Let's get this fleet into port. And let's just fix everything. Okay, so where do I want to go to ferry troops? Totori, I can get my troops to, so it makes sense actually to build a ship here. I've also got the upgraded military port here, so this is actually a great place. We'll build a copper chitin for now. I do actually want to upgrade this further. So that actually, yeah, that lets us also build a kotetsu. The kotetsu is kind of crap though, so that's meh. Anyway, let's get these guys on the train to Totori. There we go. And we'll start moving them down towards the port. So this is actually a really good link-up spot. And we had another army near one of our other... Where was our other one? Using these trains here. There they are. Can I make it that far? Nope. See how far we get. Only to there. That's actually not that bad though. Alright, let's get you guys over towards this train. Would have been slightly faster if I was moving to this one, but still a few turns before that finishes. And we'll send them over this way. Okay, perfect. Subsistence Baron, blah blah blah. Okay, well that's all well and good. Thought I had another boat over in Satsuma, but maybe not. Let's go ahead and grab the boat that we just sent over here and send it back to Satsuma. Just in the event that I ever actually start building troops again, even though we've got quite a lot of money being spent on troops right now. We'll be able to use that boat again. Yeah, barren soil, blah blah blah. Okay. I guess I can build the cadet school here now. It's not going to cost us that much. We can upgrade this to a port. Right. I wonder why that place was in such bad state. That was really weird. Wow, that was a really weird pathing for them. Okay, so there's like one unit in there, and it is of battered levy. Let's just send these two guys over there, hunt them down. Should auto-resolve well in our favor. I just don't want them running around our backlines burning everything down. Alright, yeah, we lost 11 men, but that's nothing. There we go. Okay. I do like how you can sometimes see like little additional villages sprung up alongside the roads here. Although that might actually be road upgrades that you get when you've got larger sized cities. Could be. I actually kind of want to see what our city looks like once we get that finished. How much longer till that's done? We're making Higo into a city. 4 more turns. That's going to be quite a while. This is going to be like our modernized capital here. Look at all the trade that's going through here as well. Through a British port. Lots and lots of people moving in and out of this area with their little backpacks and stuff like that. Some of those details I don't like really appreciate often enough, but I do like this game. Anyway, yeah, we need to continue our charge north though, and we're running out of steam pretty badly. I do need those troops to make it up there. Unfortunately, I'm not really encountering much naval resistance from my opponents here. So this is... I guess I could go blockade some stuff. Oh yeah, sending him there. That's actually where I want him to be though, so that's fine. I don't know if I'm going to actually make this. It's no longer. It's not really an issue of whether or not I can beat the AI. It's an issue of how much time I have left. I might not be able to actually capture the necessary territory in the allotted amount of time. I've only got so many turns before it ends. Can't really tell what's going on up there. I should probably send a ninja up and around. Nope, they crushed that rebellion. I'm not even sure they took any losses. I think a lot of it has to do with the command rating of their guys. I think that commander actually makes a big difference. Alright, restoration of the domain. I don't really want that. Look how much our income increased. It's like 14,000 now. That's fantastic. Okay. What do we want to learn? Neilfire, I think, is what we want to learn here. Let's go ahead and get that. Up here, how are things going? Things are going pretty well. Okay. This should all have been rebuilt by now, so let's start sending this fleet up this way. Continue guarding our coastlines, which are getting further and further north. This place is getting pretty happy. I could start sending up some of the better troops from there. Yeah, I can probably send all this up to continue our push. Yeah, that seems fine. What do we got here as far as quality troops goes? I'm just going to start cherry-picking our quality units and moving forward with them. Nothing really there. That's all kind of awful. Oh, we have a guy that we can upgrade here. Okay. Cigarellos. This is probably a little bit better. And this is probably a little bit better. Okay. We'll send him up with our daimyo over there. We'll move those guys to there. And Musashi, I'm going to start moving out with my katanas. I think he's moving to the wrong place. There we go. That's better. Okay, was there anything else good there? Not really. Okay. Let's build a financial district there, probably, I think. One more turn for that. Tenant fields and meager soil. Gambling den. Let's get the Mahjong parlor, why not? I would definitely upgrade this to a market. Cottage industry to the craft workshop. And that will be what we're spending our money on this turn. Hitachi, how are you guys doing in terms of morale? It's gonna be a little while before that fully slides over to us, but it's getting there. Okay, now then. Yeah, you guys need to get to these boats. Need to get everyone else over to that train station. Yeah, I think this is farther than you would travel by boat. It would be really nice if I was actually able to get that final stretch, though, with the stupid train there. Alright. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Okay, fun. Okay, what have we got here, though? Maybe if they didn't have to put so many rebellions down here, they'd actually be willing to upgrade this. Or something. But anyway, yeah, we're dropping down to like 0 frames per second now. It was already kind of bad to begin with, but I mean, it's really bad now. So I think we'll call this an episode. We've gotten a bit done, not a whole lot, but we're starting to move our troops up north, and we're starting to be able, once they get there, we'll have a lot more steam going for us. So I hope you found this episode enjoyable, and as always, I hope to see you all next time.